The valuation scorecard presents price target research's appraisal of a company's potential stock price performance relative to its peer group. PTR's analysis is based on three key drivers of value: growth, profitability, and risk. This valuation scorecard focuses on Twitter Inc. Twitter Inc. operates as a platform for public self-expression and conversation in real time, allowing users to consume, create, distribute, and discover content. Twitter Inc. is traded on the New York Stock Exchange with the ticker TWTR. On June 23, 2022, Twitter closed trading at $38.68 a share with a market cap of about $29.6 billion. The company is currently a takeover candidate. Financier Elon Musk has offered $54 a share to take the company private. The deal has not yet been finalized. Twitter's peer group consists of 13 companies that have very similar investment and operating characteristics. Welcome to Price Target Research. I'm John Lafferty. Twitter's important characteristics include high instability, below average financial strength, very low growth, and low profitability. The Quartile Chart is an essential tool in producing Price Target Research's valuation scorecard. For each metric included, performance of a company in its peer group is ranked high to low and quartiles identified. The high end of the bar is top quartile performance, the bottom end is lower quartile performance, and the line in the middle is median performance. The company's value is percentiled, and the aggregate of these measures for each variable provides a company's grade for growth, profitability, risk, and wealth creation. Twitter's valuation currently is characterized as very high with lagging shareholder returns. Current valuation levels are high relative to the peer group, while recent market returns have substantially underperformed the Twitter peer group. Twitter's growth is average. Historical growth has been very low relative to the Twitter peer group, and forecasted growth currently is relatively high. Revenue growth has been superior. Earnings growth and equity growth have lagged. Twitter's historical income statement growth and balance sheet growth have diverged. Revenue growth has exceeded asset growth. Earnings growth has fallen short of equity growth, driving an erosion in return on equity. Twitter's consensus growth expectations are lower than its historical growth. In terms of profitability, Twitter's pre-tax margin and return on equity are group lagging. These factors have negatively affected market perceptions of Twitter. The company has below average cash and will have to work to generate attractive opportunities and improve its valuation. Twitter's risk profile is unfavorable. Overall variability has been only average, with only average revenue variability, but very high earnings per share variability. Stock price volatility has been relatively low. Financial strength is below average, and earnings expectations are currently quite high. The debt to capital ratio for the company has risen very significantly. Relative to the Twitter peer group, Twitter's wealth creation profile is average. The profile is based on measures of warranted value, appreciation potential, and total shareholder returns. The recent trend in Twitter's market value is very low, producing a poor factor rating. The appreciation score currently is relatively high. A high factor rating results. Twitter's one-year total return is minus 31%, a very low return, producing a very poor factor rating. And the 5-year total return of 16.7 is relatively high, with a fairly high factor rating as a result. What is the market's view of Twitter's future operating performance is reflected in the current price of $39. Twitter's common shares will need to reach $65 to achieve average stock market performance of 9% over the next 6 years. Upper quartile performance will require a $76 Twitter stock price by 2027. Total shareholder returns are expected to seriously beat the overall equity market looking forward. Based on current investor expectations, Twitter shares should reach a level of $74 by 2027, an 11% per year total shareholder return. A 2027 stock price of $65 would reflect median performance, and a price of $76 would be required to reach upper quartile performance. Twitter is an intriguing company currently, but it has a very low value trend rating of D. Price Target Research's value trend rating is the overall measure of a stock's attractiveness relative to a universe of all companies traded on North American exchanges. Stocks with high value trend ratings are expected to outperform the general market, while stocks with low value trend ratings, like Twitter, are expected to underperform. Note that in addition to being D-rated currently, Twitter has been low-rated, either D or F, since the mid part of 2021. Well, that's it for this valuation scorecard for Twitter Inc. You can find additional company research on our website at pricetargetresearch.com and more videos on youtube.com/pricetarget.